and this is the Warpforge with another Ave Dominus Nox update for you all. So in this video, we are showcasing my latest Chaos Lord conversion, Lord Kruger, the Nightmare. And yes, that is an obvious reference to an obvious film franchise. As you can see, the long shadow on the back, just giving that further emphasis on the Nightmare. But yeah, on the bottom of the board. So I'm going to talk about his lore, or the established lore that I have made for him, and that is basically that Lord Kruger is, personality-wise, is like the creepy kid that you never really wanted to meet in school or mix with in school, but kind of had to finish off that school assignment. So yeah, basically that. Kruger is is a Chaos Lord of the Jump Pack, and he is a Lord amongst the Council of Caraxes. But he isn't your typical Chaos Lord in the sense that he likes command or has ambitions or anything like that. Lord Kruger's only on the council for two possible reasons. The first one is that he's damn hard to kill. He just has a talent for murder and slaughter. And that's why. And all he likes to do is to terrorize and scare and kill and murder. So that's basically one of the reasons why he's a huge influential aspect upon the Night Lord's ideology. And the second reason is because he's there to do the jobs that none of the other lords want to do. So whilst all the other lords are claiming heads of enemy warlords to show fear or to personify or instill fear upon their enemies, apologies. Lord Kruger is basically there to hide in the sewers, pop out and scare like orphanages full of kids and slaughter them because fear and terror, to scare the populace. So to him, Kruger doesn't really mind that much. He finds, as long as he gets to murder, flay and terrorize, then that's his fill. That's his bit of the deal. That's what he enjoys. So the reason why I've given him this very unsympathetic bit of fluff is mainly because sometimes you just want to have a bit of fun playing the villain. And yes, how I want Kruger to die is by a Sister of Battle Canoness with a power mace and a lot of traps. You can see where this is going, can't you? Yes. So yeah, kind of fitting to have Kruger be killed by a heroine of the story. So yeah, probably Order of the Sacred Rose or Order of Our Martyred Lady. So yeah, I quite like this conversion. The lore, that's a general gist or the idea of his lore. So we'll talk about building this character. Now, two things I really want to shout out and make a fuss of is, I want to say a shout out to my friend Calvin at Sunderland Games Workshop. Thank you for the Metal Jump Pack. That Metal Jump Pack really gives him some flavour, some oomph. It gives him that bit extra. I don't think you'd feel the same atmosphere if you used a Pre-Heresy Jump Pack. And that's not saying I dislike the Pre-Heresy Jump Packs. I love the Pre-Heresy Jump Packs. But I don't feel you'd feel the same atmosphere as you would do with the more classic look. And the second thing I want to say is the whole conglomeration of it all. As I've said, the conglomeration of progress that Games Workshop has applied detail to over the years. And over the years, sorry, hang on. He just feels a bit out of focus there. There we go. That's as good as I'm going to get it. So yeah. So obviously, this is a mixture of plastic, forged rolled resin, and metal, white pewter metal. So the metal, as I've said, it's from the Jump Pack. The plastic is the two warp talon wings on either side, the legs, the lower torso, and the talon feet and the base, the lightning claws, and the left-hand shoulder pad. For forged rolled resin, it's his head, torso, and right hand shoulder pad with the Night Lord's insignia on. So it's just to show really the conglomeration of all that progress, all those progress that Games Workshop has done over the years onto one miniature. Aside from that, as well as the pose, as you can imagine, the pose you can see that the pose looks very similar to the pose from the classic model. That was white pewter, now Citadel Finecast. This looks like a nicer updated version with a nod towards that model, which I thought was quite nice. Very Night Lordsy, very much similar pose, if not the same, and just a nice nod back to the old days, I suppose. So I really enjoy this model as a whole, and the reason why I built this model as well, because I didn't build this just last week. No, I actually didn't. Don't take that as sarcasm, that I'm literally saying I didn't. I built this guy just before 8th edition was announced. Not released, announced. And the reason why I built him was because I looked into the Trait Legion supplement. And the Trait Legion supplement stated about the Black Claws like it does now. And I thought, if I ever get bored of Caraxes, in the end I didn't, because I love the paint job on him. I basically said if I ever got bored of him, I would have another Lord to play with as the relic item that he has. So I built him up, and I got bored, and I got curious and thought, well, if this piece can go with this piece, and ta-da, I accidentally made a Lord. So yeah, one of the things, I built this guy, then 8th edition hit, then the new Chaos Marine Codex hit, and I thought, you know what, I've already undercoated him, I may as well give him some paint time. That, and at the time I started painting him, my upload for my Thoughts on 8th edition video was coming along, and it was very slow. So I decided I'll paint this guy and get him done in one hit. It took me 7.5 hours, probably 7, mainly because I took 2 15-minute breaks, so roughly 7 hours to do. Because obviously when you get tired, you go cross-eyed, and then when you go cross-eyed, you need a cup of tea. And then you can go back to refocusing on your models. So, 7 hours to do, to paint, and when I finished painting, me Thoughts on 8th edition video was still uploading at the time. If you want to see what my thoughts are on 8th edition, you can always click on the previous videos in the video section, because it's there for all to see and enjoy. So yeah, painting this guy took us 7 hours. All the painting methods that I told, or that I've spoken about, I've said in earlier Ave Dominus Nox video updates. There's two main new things that I would probably add to this for painting wise. The first is the claws. The claws, the main, like the actual claw itself and not the gore, I decided to paint with a mixture of Eshin Grey and Abaddon Black paint. So equal amounts, equal proportions, so that you could just mix it, dry brushed it on, washed it down with Abaddon Black, dry brushed another layer of the same mixture on. Then I added some Ghost Grey paint, just a small proportion. I dry brushed that on top. I then, for highlights, added a further larger proportion of Ghost Grey into the mix, and I started highlighting, as you can see on the model. So once we had all that highlighted and done, we then went to the gore. The gore was simple. It was Vigello's Game Colour Gory Red, just splatter it on. Then halfway down, I decided to make a mixture of Gory Red and Abaddon Black from Citadel's range. And I then laid it on, gave it two to four layers, I'll say. Roughly 3. 3 layers to apply it, halfway down, so it looked like the closer or the further away the claws are, you could tell the fresher the blood was. After that, I glazed over with blood from Blood God to make it look fresh and wet. I wanted more realistic gore rather than just splattered red everywhere like it was maple syrup with red colour dye in water per se, like as you see in many horror videos. The second thing I'll go into is the Blood Angel helmet. I laid about 3 layers of Vigello Game Colours Gory Red onto the red piece. I then added, once that was done, I laid on probably 1 or 2 layers of Vigello's model colour range of flat red to give it that Blood Angels look. I didn't apply anything to the scratches, nor did I apply anything to the eye sockets, mainly because you can tell that, obviously being Night Lords, I'm thinking the most goriest of executions. One of those would be a decapitation. You can imagine that when the arm is separated from the conscious body, this suit would power down. At least that's how I think power armor works from reading up on it. So I didn't really bother, just to show that it looked powered down. And then I just added 2 to 4 layers of Leadbelcher Citadel colour for the silver, for the metal work. Yep, that was roughly the base done. And that's roughly the newest things I can really say. Everything else has been described in previous videos from previous Ave Dominus Nox project updates. So I went through building, painting, gaming. Now I've given this guy 3 games. 2 of them he died in. He's tough to kill, unless he's fighting the enemy. And then the third one, he was about to be killed because I forgot to do a charge with him, which was annoying, but we had to call the game early due to time. So my first 2 games was against Dark Angels and Space Wolves. So the Dark Angels, I can tell you right now, they're a pain in the backside. I managed to assault jump Kruger down, hits the table board, tries to charge at a librarian from the Dark Angels. He got the reroll because of the Night Haunter's curse and failed both times to charge. He then got charged by Belial, and Belial just kind of minced him up. It was just straightforward, here's my sword, now it's in you, kind of thing. So yeah, that happened. Other than that, Unforgiven trait, where they automatically pass morale, was really, really annoying. But we learn something new every day, and we learnt that against Dark Angels there's really no point for morale. Second game was against Space Wolves, and it was just solid infantry units of boots on the ground. I managed to take away a win in that game. Sorry, the Dark Angels game I lost, but I managed to take a win away with the Space Wolves, about 13 victory points compared to 11 to 12 victory points. It was a hard-fought bit of game with all those Raptor units fighting against the infantry units and Wolfen, but Kruger died by rocket launcher shot, and that was including with Miasma of Pestilence Psychic Power casted upon him. He got a lucky hit, he got a lucky wound, and then he rolled a 6 for the damage, so Kruger was gone. Outside of that, Kruger did manage, though, in that game, to successfully charge a Space Wolf character. I think just the ordinary captain types. I can't remember the name specific, but it had a Thunderhammer as well. And Kruger just went, close the Black Hunt, murder, murder, murder. Murder, murder, murder. Murder, murder, murder. Lots of murder. And just ripped him. Just murder. Just don't even go into the details. It was just simple murder. That's a lot of murdering. But then, that fits Kruger just fine. So yeah. My third game was against Necrons, and he was about to die because I placed him within 2 inches of Cryptek, who was in between 2 units of warriors, and I forgot to charge him. But we had to call it time, as my opponent needed to leave earlier. So we had to stop then, but he would have died then. Outside of that, he had a good hack at a Necron Destroyer Lord. He did okay, but that invuln saved my opponent very nicely. It really, really did. But, yeah, so Kruger basically just hacked and slashed. But it needed to come down to the combined efforts of a Chaos Hellrite, Kruger, and a few Warp Talons to take down that Necron Destroyer Lord. So yeah, they are tough things of toughness 5 or 6. They are toughness. I needed those rerolls. I can guarantee it. I can just say that now. I needed those rerolls. So, what else did we learn? So, other than that, Kruger's had a bit of a wobbly start, but let's hope. I think his main issue at the moment is that he's an assassin character in a game where everyone likes to bubble wrap their units, and it's hard to remove those bubble wraps. Now, I'm not saying that's a problem with the game itself, nor am I saying it's a problem with my tactical skill. It's just a case of I'm going to have to get used, I'm going to have to just learn through experience of when to correctly place them down. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it, but obviously with more games comes better experience, better judgment, so we have to just wait for then, I suppose. So yeah, gaming-wise, very happy with how he's turned out, and I'm really enjoying this guy. Like I say, sometimes it's just fun to play the villain, and Kruger for me is the villain. he's the most villainous one out of my council of Chaos Lords, or Caraxes' council. So Kruger, gotta be proud of him. Can't wait to show him on battle reports. So, thank you for watching this Ave Dominus Nox update. If you enjoyed this Ave Dominus Nox update and you want to see more updates on the Night Lords, then please give a comment away in the comments section, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications icon like no tomorrow if you want to see further updates, including battle reports with consistent Night Lords battle reports. And the main reason why I'm doing these videos for Ave Dominus Nox updates is I wanted to show a journey where it was a journey showing you all these nicely painted models, and then you get to see them in battle reports. So it shows like the journey towards the end goal being the battle reports. That would be the reward for getting everything painted up, in my opinion. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Subscribe, obviously. If you want to talk about anything, comment below. And if you thought this conversion was cool, then please give this video a share around. If you've got any fellow sons in Midnight Clad that would appreciate this conversion just as much as I enjoyed seeing this conversion myself in paint job, then please share this video out there. The more the name that gets out there, the better. Unite the 8th, as I say. In Midnight Clad, Ave Dominus Nox, we have come for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick 360 spin, and then I'll leave you to the next update. So thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge, signing out, and remember, keep on forging.